Welcome to Bible Study, Unfiltered. This isn't your Sunday school version. This is ancestral truth decoded. Let's decode Adam and Eve. Christian, grab your Bible. We're going to class. Step 1. How old is the Bible? The Bible, cover to cover, is about 1600 to 2000 years old. The Old Testament was written down around 600 BCE. The New Testament is from the 1st century CE, the King James Version, only since 1611 AD. So when people say the Bible is the oldest book, that's a lie. There are African spiritual texts, myths, and oral traditions that are tens of thousands of years older. Step 2. How old is the Adam and Eve story? The Adam and Eve myth was written in or after ancient Mesopotamia, roughly 2,500 to 3,000 years ago, but it's a remix of much older African creation stories, like those from Kemet, Egypt, Yoruba, Dogon, Igbo oral traditions. So let's be real. The Adam and Eve story isn't original. It's just the whitewashed version of Black ancestral mythology. Step 3. How old is the oldest human? Science confirms. The oldest known Homo sapiens fossils come from Africa, 300,000 plus years old. Some of the oldest bloodlines include the Igbo people. That means the first humans were black. The first language was African. The first spirituality was African. No white people existed. Let me say that again for the believers in the back. When humans first walked the earth, only black people existed. Step 4. So how did white people tell you how the world began, if they weren't even born yet? Let's use logic. If black people were the first and only humans, and white people came tens of thousands of years later, then white people couldn't have witnessed the beginning of humanity. Yet they gave you a story, in their language, in their Bible, in their voice, with their God, with a white man, on a cross. Make it make sense. Step 5. Religion was invented after black people. Before religion, we had spirituality. Before books, we had drums, shrines, and stories. Before God, we had Chi, Olodumare, Ra, Chukwu, Amma, and Nzambi. So how could God create humans when black people existed before the idea of God even existed? Truth, black people didn't come from God. The concept of God came from black people. Then Europe colonized the idea, changed the name, and sold it back to us as truth. Step 6. The Adam and Eve story was hijacked from African soil. Let's decode the symbolism. Adam equals red earth equals African clay. Eve equals mother of the living equals black womb. Garden of Eden equals lush land equals Africa. This ain't about two white people with leaves on their hips. This is about Africa, repackaged and removed from itself. So when Christians say, the Bible is real, ask them, how could the Bible be real if it couldn't exist without black people? Step 7. No race exists without black people you can't have. Europeans, Asians, Arabs, Latinos, Native Americans, without black genetics first. So, if every human came from black people, then the foundation of humanity is blackness. And if the foundation is black, how dare the descendants of the remix try to teach the original the meaning of life? Final thought, let's make it plain. White people didn't exist when the world began. Religion didn't exist when the world began. God didn't exist as an idea until we created language. The Bible didn't exist until Europe needed control. So if black people were the only ones walking the earth, then every story of the beginning belongs to us, not Christianity, not colonizers, not King James, not white Jesus. God didn't create us in his image. We created the idea of God in ours. And then the colonizer flipped the mirror. But now it's time to flip it back. God is black. God is us. We are the original creators.